guys. There's not much in this one. It's literally just could wobble one direction or another. Just hit a good putt and hope for the best.
That was a really, really bad putt there from Wolff.
Louis tickled one down the hill to here, in for par, stays at 1 under.
Not to be, but 1 under through 6 holes is a really good start. Best start of all the leaders.
There's more of a calmness to him so far today. I mean, it's a nice start for him as well, but there's lots of chat, lots of chuntering going on.
Looks strong, that's for sure. A long, long way to go. I mean, the next 5 or 6 holes, as I say, are going to tell a lot, Nick, because there are some chances for the players to have a little bit of a go against a very difficult golf course.
So 2 pars for Wolff and Dechambeau, year-old American. Over to Schauffele on 8.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, brilliant from Schauffele. He's been really good with the putter all week. Unusual for him. It's been a long game, if anything, that's let him down the first 3 rounds. And that really puts him now in a strong position. 1 over for his round, 1 over for the tournament, and only 5 back.
Needs a 3. And a big jump. And then a rocket of about 9. And a prayer.
Gosh, it's going left. Gosh, that thing went left in the air.
Yeah, Wolff, a little bit of helping wind here off the left. Going with wedge as well. That's a big wedge. This has got to get up just a little bit, I think.
It's impressive to be able to shift the ball that far with a pitching wedge, but actually, the fact of the matter is, from 170, they're both poor shots. Bow's at the top, 4 under par, and a really nice start. 1 under, and the only player under on this golf course in this field. Rory McIlroy, really slow out of the blocks. The double bogey, 4 putts on his opening hole. That was for an eagle to try and recover some of it.
Easy now, running over the back of this green. It's quick from there. It's going to test Oosthuizen.
Just a little bit. Fairly flat, maybe just moving a little bit to the left at some point during its journey. That's what I'm reading into it.
Brilliant.
Going up a slight slope initially and then just kind of flattens out across the green. Once again, when you're putting across the green, that's when it can break quite a bit. And this one, not a ton. Still, it will have some left to right movement.
Yeah, pretty good. He'll be pleased with that.
Trying to save par and 7. Does. And Louis, for his own part, up ahead. It's an amazing stat when you look at his record. He's been runner-up in all 4 majors, of course, 8 wins on the European Tour. Quite a few of those coming down in his home country, South Africa. But never won on US soil. And yet he's a major champion. Which can only mean one thing: he's an Open champion. Wolff and Dechambeau.
Good 2-putt from Wolff. Remaining 2 over for this round. 1 behind Dechambeau.
US Open, Lee Westwood. Much earlier in his career for Xander Schauffele, but he's got the knack of these. 3 top 6s in 3 starts. Tied third, the best of them coming last year at Pebble Beach.
Just not as quick down that green as it is on others. Still a good chance for a birdie there for him. On the hole, McIlroy has got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do, but you know, we've seen him go on runs, and normally he goes on these kind of runs when you kind of discount him, ready to discount him, Nick, and that's all of a sudden he can turn 2 or 3 birdies around quickly. So we won't write him off quite yet.
Wolff 231 total, 200 front. I think that's the number he's looking at, trying to hit a high hook over these trees.
As I'm sure you can see out there, Rich, high is not something Matt Wolff battles with.
And Bryson 184 out of the secondary cut. It almost looks like he found it hold, I don't say divot, but it certainly can get them club in the back of the ball. I just was signaling pitching wedge for him here. He's expecting this to jump. Looks like it has.
It's going to be tough. We saw how much Oosthuizen struggled from there, but he's got a little bit more of an angle than Oosthuizen had.
Xander Schauffele, this for the birdie. Oh, it's an important one. It's an important one, and it gets both of the strokes that went earlier on the front 9 back. And he is back at level par, and more than in this.
Pin is quite near the front of the green here, but there's a flat spot just short of it that he can pitch it on and hopefully grab on the second bounce.
Unlucky. Rich was saying it's a little soft just shy of the green. They're not getting that scoot on.
As it feeds down now towards the flag, it'll pick up a little bit of speed. That's pretty good from that distance.
And a nice leave as well. Not quite as bad a fate as Lewis Hazen. He has a more makeable putt, I suppose, for his part. But a challenge to come for Bryson as we find Xander on 10.
Very good from Schauffele. Oh, don't do that on him. The quality of shot deserves better than that.
Rory knows what that was all about. That first green, his undoing today. Still fighting. Go on. Yeah. I don't think he thought he'd made it, but...
I got this one probably turning a little bit from right to left.
A little work to tidy up there.
And this would be an impressive par after where he drove it. Certainly impressive two-putt, all of 93 feet. Uh-oh.
I'm not sure there is an easy putt at this golf course, but there's not that much in this one.
That's on a nice line. A really good shot to the heart of it.
.165 front, 171 hole, wedge.
Hardly moved once it hit the green.
Xander needs to make a quick birdie. Good flag to get at, front right. Come on, giddy up. Rory having a crack at the 12th, the par 5. He'll need his best. I imagine this is going to be a big old right to left slinging draw. Has he got it right? It's a knuckleball. That ball is hot.
This is difficult. Dappled sunlight, you see the shadow of the large oak behind town. So tough to read the putt. I'm doing that one from memory, really.
Have it. What a putt. That is an eagle 3. Made to look easy.
Yeah, big opportunity to keep pace with Bryson. Let him know that you're not going anywhere. A little bit left to right.
First class. The time, this went further by than I first thought. Sort of 3 at 10 for Oosthuizen. Up and out of it quickly. First putt really the one to blame. Nothing wrong with the tee shot. So many changes in just a few seconds.
Ready to go to the shot link? Showing just off your right. Yep.
198 yards using the up tee, which actually helps the angle, but it also makes it a little more difficult because it's going straight downwind now, pin tucked all the way on the left-hand side. There's absolutely no hope of going long or left.
sit there.
I have no idea.
Straight down the pipe.
Yeah, thank you. Well, yeah, it's a great swing.
It was a gutsy response on the last green here for this young man. The wind's dying down just a touch up here on the tee, but not so up at the green. Flying in the distance, still gusting pretty good. Oh, this is on a really aggressive line.
Bunker?
I have a feeling that stayed out of the bunker. That could be awkward.
Big swing from McIlroy here, or for McIlroy. It's not a long putt. It's got a swing of about 3.5, 4 feet. This could go anywhere.
Yeah, could even shank it. Hit the flag. That's a very good shot, and it isn't finished yet.
So easy when you're that far below the ball and you're that far down the shaft. The butt of the club can get caught. It's about the first really defensive shot we've seen from it.
This is a big tester.
Just barely higher
A little
than
bit from left to right. You hate to give one back after that excellent eagle on the last hole, and as I said about Bryson, you just get the feeling that Bryson's not going to make any mistakes. So Wolff knows that he's got to keep pace and save this putt.
Boomed it through the break. Ooh, frustration.
Head to shuffling. Missed the fairway at 12, had to lay up. This is a wedge for his third.